Hey guys. Okay, I got another review of my CE5 so I can explain it a little better. That's what I'm thinking I'm doing. Other than I'm bored. I was supposed to go do CE5 this morning and it's cloudy, foggy, all that good stuff. So I figured I'd do this. Look at the sun coming in the patio and I still ain't getting no light. Alright, so I did this in Windsor when I lived in Windsor, and I'll tell you how it all played out. I asked ETs the day before because I asked the ETs every day for a sighting the next morning around 9 o'clock. So when I went out, and I went out at 6:30 a.m., but my CE5 wasn't scheduled until about 9, so I wasn't expecting anything. So I went outside to have a smoke. I didn't have my glasses on. I left them in the house. I just got out of bed, walked around in circles a couple times, went outside and had a smoke. And I looked up in the sky and I saw this. So I'm going to find it here. Right here. I saw this. So let me get my mug back up there just because I want it. I want it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so anyway, I I'm like, what's that beside the moon? That's not supposed to be there. Probably a star. So I'm watching it. And then I'm like, oh, I better go get my camera. So I run in the house to get the Nikon P900, and I run back outside. Still there. Um, I didn't have my tripod. That was the only one that is just handheld, and I think I had my glasses. I got my glasses. So I started shooting it, and you can see it's wobbly. It's all over the place. And I'm looking at it. It ain't moving. It ain't moving. So I'm thinking it's a star. But this ain't a normal thing. It wasn't there the day before. It was because I saw the moon the day before. Nothing there. Roughly the same time because I always need a cigarette at the same time in the middle of the night. So I just started filming. I zoomed in a little bit. Got the moon and the object in in frame. Then I filmed around. I wasn't recording at this point. I zoomed into it full length. I zoomed into it, and it was wobbling around so much like this. It was like I just wanted to get a look, and it wasn't nothing. It was round. It was a round object. There was so much light coming off it. It looked like the moon. You couldn't see no detail through the lens, and it was still small. It was still a small object at like 900 millimeter, and so or whatever the PJ 710 or not that the Nikon 900 whatever it's called. I've only had half a coffee, so bear with me. Shouldn't be doing this half on one half coffee. So anyway, I pulled back. I said, well, I'm going to record it just in case this thing is gone in the next 5 minutes. Then I can prove that there was something there. So I zoomed in a little bit, and I started recording. And this is basically what I got. I'll do it again. Hold on. Sorry. See, I zoomed in there. Oh, I did. I didn't think I actually filmed that. You couldn't. I didn't have a tripod, and I was smoking. Anyway, I tried. So after that, I'm like, oh Christ, whatever. So I'm like, it's probably a star, right? Um, so I went back in, went to sleep. Went back in the house, went to sleep for a couple hours, or an hour and a half, or something like that. Just bear with me, guys. I'm still working through this stuff here. So I got the Zoom. I need to use it. I don't talk to many people other than Dan and my mother, so I want to use these applications I got on my computer. Anyway, I got Zoom, I got OBS. I'm going to use them, so I might as well use them before they all break and I got to go buy I'll do it all over again. Anyway, notice the views. I got 108 views. Nice. Yep. What the fuck. So anyway, just to let you know, uh, I go back in the house. I try to sleep. I don't know what I'm doing. I come back out later. The sun's already up, as far as I'm concerned. And I look, go for another smoke. Speaking of which, I go for another smoke, and ta-da! The thing is in the exact same position. Now I filmed the goddamn moon hundreds of times during the summer, and the planets are there, and the stars are there, and everything's there, and the moon is moving, moving, moving. There's never been anything that stays in the same position beside the moon for too goddamn long, over a period of hours. So I'm like, okay, holy shit. Let's do this. Let's do this. So I run in the house. I get the tripod. My camera's all powered up, and it's set to 1080p or 1080i or whatever, and 1080 times whatever. So it's HD. So I know that, and basically I just get the moon and the object, crop it in frame, and start filming. Now it was my camera at 1080 only filmed for 15 minutes. Then I had to refocus, and the way I shoot, I'll zoom into the object, get the crop what I want in frame. Then I'll focus. I have focus lock or locking focus. So whatever you focus on, that's at what focal length. That's where it's gonna stay focused. It ain't gonna. It ain't. I hate autofocus because you ever see them guys in the videos with the autofocus? They spend 15 minutes trying to get the goddamn thing in the frame, and the autofocus is going blur, 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 blur. So screw that. You zoom into the object. You put it on a autofocus or focus lock focus, whatever it's called. I don't know, but it's on the computer. I can look it up right now if you want. Anyway, focus lock. You zoom as far as you can into with the object in view. Hit focus. The object goes into focus. As soon as it goes into focus, you'll hear a little beep or the red light will come on your computer saying, "We're focused." Then you hit record. Now you can pan out just an inch or a little bit or stay there, and the thing is going to be focused no matter where you go in the sky. And that's it. If you pan out a little bit, then you can play with it. That's how I do my stuff. So I just film. I put the camera on a tripod, put it in frame, which you'll see here, and I just start recording. Just start recording. Now my camera only did 15 minutes, so what I think happened is I recorded it for 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something. Then I stopped recording it. I went in the house. I did something. I came back out and I recorded it for another half an hour. I think that's how I did it. This is so long ago, but it was pretty cool. And then as I'm recording, I'm like, No, there's no way this damn thing should be here. It's only been about an hour or so, 6. So it's about, yeah, it's about 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7:30, and or 8. I can't remember. I got it written on this video at times because I'm meticulous when it comes to UFOs and time, and I want that on my video. So I went back in the house and I'm on the internet, and I was in the house for 10 minutes. I went on the internet and I'm looking on YouTube for new UFO, like September 12th, 2017 UFO. And guess what? People have already posted what I'm seeing. People are already posting what that same object from different parts of the country. I think one was in Texas, and another was in somewhere else in the East Coast and the West Coast. There's about 3 or 4 other people that had posted the exact same object, saying, "What is in orbit of the moon?" And I'm like, "Holy shit, cool!" So I got my tripod and everything, and that's all the footage I was gonna get because my figure is you don't see stars in the daytime, and it's the daytime, but it's still a little early. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe you can, like a Venus or something. And I'm thinking, well, the fucking thing ain't moved. The moon has moved in the past half an hour, 45 minutes since the first time I seen it at night. So the moon had moved. The object is in the same position in relation to the moon from an hour ago, right? That shit don't happen. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It don't happen. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you what to believe. If you don't believe me, I can prove it. Yeah, well, for one, go out and film the moon in relation to a star. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Over a 2 hour period. Now, hold on. We'll do 8, 10, 9. So I started filming this at 6:30 in the morning. I started filming again at 8 in the morning. The next, I got 3 clips, 3 15-minute clips. Well, 2 15-minute clips and a 10-minute clip because I stopped recording because I just figured it was a star. But then I got to thinking, oh, no goddamn way, it's because they ain't moved in position in relation to the moon. So I started recording 2 more 15 minutes at, I think it was 8 o'clock. And you could barely see it, but it was there. You could barely see it with the naked eye, but it was there. And what I did was I focused off the moon, moved the moon over. You'll see right here. Well, hold on. Shit. Shit. Sorry, guys. Bring it up full view. You see it? Okay, there. Now, if you look close, that's it right here. That's the object. That's the moon. That's the object. What do you want, right? So I think this is the first clip, which was 10 minutes or so. It wasn't a full 15 minutes. Now here's the moon moving across the sky. The moon moves across the sky. Yeah, that's a 10-minute one. Now I sped it up. I sped up the video like 90 times just to get a 15-minute clip really short. Plus, I wanted you to see the moon moving across the frame of the camera with the object in it. Okay, that's why I did that. Because I knew I'd speed it up and I could have the moon and the object going across because I already knew the object was staying with the moon. Now, if that was a star, the star would have been getting dimmer and moving away from the moon. It'd be going with the moon, but it'd be getting farther away. Okay? Like, it would still be with the moon, but you couldn't relatively see it in normal reality, getting farther away from the moon and disappearing, because that's what stars do in the morning. Okay? Watch. Keep watching. Now, this is second, third clip at like 90 times. I just zoomed into the moon and see if there's anything else going on real close. Then I pan out. I crop the object. See it? There's white. White sphere. White fucking sphere. Just like I film all the time. It ain't silver. It ain't silver. Alright? It's white. Just like all the craft I film. Now, if it's one of my CE5 craft that do that, I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. I'll tell you my thoughts afterward. But here we go. So here we go. What? Now see? Now I pan back a little bit. I had it zoomed in. The moon is moving across the screen. The object is moving with the moon across the screen. That means it's in geosynchronous orbit of the fucking moon, not the Earth. The craft would still be at the left-hand side of the screen if it was not in geosynchronous orbit with the moon. There's brighter planets and stars out there than this object. Yet, we don't see them in the daytime. We don't see them on MBOS. You see Venus every day during the day, 8 o'clock a.m., 9 o'clock? No, you don't. This object was in orbit of the moon. And that's it. There's a couple mistakes I made, but I'll tell you about. The mistake I made was I stopped filming. I should have kept filming well into the day. But it started clouding over, as you can see, and I really didn't want to do all that. So this is a 15-minute clip. And you see me reposition the camera when the moon gets to the far side of the screen. Okay, here comes the next one. I see you can't even see the object anymore. Second clip. There, yeah, you can. You look really good. Now, the object, if it was a star, it would be nowhere near the fucking moon. Because the moon is going faster than the star across the screen to the west. Yeah, west. Why is the damn star staying with the moon? Come on, all you amateur astronomers. Come on. I ain't done yet. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's still there. Still there. And it was there when I left and went back inside the house to edit all this footage and put it all together and check the other videos that people had filmed this object. So, with that said, find a good shot. Just something to look at. Come on. Anyway. So what happened there? I filmed a UFO, right? No, well, not necessarily. I filmed something around the thing. Now, it looks like a white sphere, which I get from my CE5s, but the white spheres I always film usually blink and disappear and come back and disappear and whatever. But this is out beside the moon. So I know whatever it is pretty damn big to be seeing it. It's pretty damn big, like aircraft carrier big, if not bigger. Hold on, let me think. Now I went back in the house, went on the internet, and I was checking YouTube. Them same guys who posted. I'm reading the comments. Everybody is ripping the guys. Amateur astronomers are ripping these guys, ripping them a new one. They're saying it's Arcturus. It ain't Arcturus. Okay, no, they're saying it's Arcturus, and it's not Arcturus. But they're saying it was Arcturus. It's this prominent. It aligned with the moon. All this stuff, and that's what you're saying. It happens once in a while, and so what I did was Arcturus. I went on and I had it downloaded into my computer, and my computer was a Microsoft. Well, not Microsoft, fucking Windows. I went on Stellarium. This is where you go to look at space objects and satellites and anything like that, anything in orbit, satellites, all your stuff. So what you do is you download it on your Windows computer. I have a Mac. There is nothing you can download for a Mac, and if it is Mac, you can only download it for your goddamn cell phone because there's nothing. Anyway, I can't use it because I don't have a cell phone and I'm not paying for internet on a computer and internet on a goddamn phone. Okay, and I don't use my phone for nothing. I got call my mom. That's it. 911 if I need it. Anyway, so this is what you do. I went on Stellarium. You punch in where you live at the closest big city or the you're in. So I punched in Windsor, Ontario. So the view from Windsor, Ontario in the sky. Okay, Windsor, Ontario, Detroit is a coordinate. So your view of the sky you're going to see on Stellarium at this time at 6 o'clock in the morning is what you'll see in the sky. So I did that, and Arcturus was to the it was there. It was near the moon. Arcturus was near the moon, and there's a reason I think that. But from my point of view of the sky was, and what I see on Stellarium, Arcturus was in a different position, to the right of the moon, not the left of the moon, from my position in Windsor, Detroit. So therefore, it's not Arcturus. If Stellarium is saying, that Arcturus is to the center right of the moon at this time, then what the hell is it doing to the left? Why is it to the left? Okay? Okay? Now, all the amateur astronomers will break your balls 100 times over. 100 times until you damn near cry and die. That's how bad they are. Okay? That's what they do. So, they'll break your balls on everything. And then, you're claiming it's a UFO. The astronomers will rip you a new one. These nerds with their telescopes. Okay, so I broke the Stellarium bullshit. I broke all the astronomers bullshit, and this is what the astronomers were saying to these other guys that posted the exact same object from different parts of the country. Well, like one was in Texas and Florida, stuff like that. They filmed the same thing and posted it. They were dying out there, dying. One guy who had the best footage, he posted it on a UFO group, and even they were roasting him. And I'm like, Jesus, do I really want to post this? So I looked at my footage. I looked at what I got. I looked at the events that happened. I got footage at times at night, 6:30 till 8:30, quarter to 9. I filmed the object still. I said, "Fuck, I'm posting it." And then I knew from previous videos where I posted supposed weather balloons. I'd filmed a weather balloon in the sky for like 40 minutes, 15-minute clips. I'd clip them all together and I'd speed it up fast as it could go, 900 times, 90 times the speed of normal. And the damn weather balloon is bouncing through the sky. Bouncing, literally like a bouncing ball. Okay? So I knew speeding the footage would prove that it's not Arcturus. Because it wouldn't happen. Arcturus would just sit there and it would move away from the moon. As the moon moved across the sky, Arcturus would move away from the moon over an hour. Here I got 3 hours, and the goddamn thing ain't moved. Shut up, astronomers! You're the astronomers. Forget about it. You got nothing. You ain't got a goddamn thing. So don't even remark on my video here because you got nothing. And guess what? Let's look at the comments on my video. None. I only got 108 views. Well, but I got no comments. This is a repost. You can go on Stellarium right now, anybody. You can go on Stellarium and you can punch in the date. Windsor, Detroit, your viewing point at this date, September 12th, 17, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. And see what happens and run it through. Run it. And you'll see. What you're seeing on Stellarium is not what I fucking recorded. Now, why is that? In the video, do you see Arcturus anywhere in the video? Because it was there. It was on the right side of the moon. It was on, from what I seen and from what I remember on Stellarium, it was on the right side of the moon, not the left side of the moon, from my position. So I gave it. Oh, okay. The astronomers must have screwed up. These guys don't screw up. Okay. So nowhere in the footage was I filming Arcturus in the daytime or at night. I couldn't even see it. This object was the brightest thing in the sky next to the moon. And if it was Arcturus, I grant it was Arcturus. Fine, it's Arcturus. But it wasn't Arcturus because Arcturus would have moved away from the moon. As the moon moved away, Arcturus would have went somewhere else. But so what I think happened, now I think this, okay, hold on. I think this, and this is good, I think this. Whoever, I think that is like a space shuttle from Earth, something like that. Now, if you watch, what the hell's his name's videos? I can't remember his name, but if you watch his videos, there are huge spacecraft from Earth doing things out there. This one was going to the moon. I think they decided to put to put this thing around the moon. They were doing something, picking something up off the moon, moving some crap around, building their little buildings on the moon. They knew they had to stay in geo orbit for a period of time, whatever reason, I don't know. Um, but they used this time where Arcturus was closest or close to the moon. So they'd have an excuse when people filmed it. And four people filmed it the exact same time I did, or more all night, early, late night on the 11th, and early, on the 12th after midnight. They filmed this object. One guy deleted his post completely. He couldn't take it, and they killed him. The astronomers killed him, just murdered him, because they're ignorant little pricks. They're ignorant. Ignorant. They got nothing. They got nothing. They got no soul, man. I swear to God. They got the data in their head, and they'll die by it. That's it. So fuck them. Now I got data. I can use the data, but I ain't leaving my soul out of it. I ain't leaving logic out of what I'm filming either. What's that square crater on the moon there? Just thought I'd throw that in. Anyway, oh, they killed that guy. Anyway, so I knew I had a bomb. So I posted it. YouTube took me down my channel, not because of this video. It was because of something else. Hillary Clinton videos. That's why they took it down. Um, but I think the spacecraft was American, whatever, from Earth. It had to do something on the moon, and they put it. They knew they had to be in orbit on the moon, and they knew they would be seen, so they put it when Arcturus was closest to the moon, and ripped anybody who filmed it, claiming it was a UFO, claiming anything. They just people like us who do the CE5s and stuff know that this is not normal. Even the astronomers, all these astronomer, that means you're an amateur astronomer. It means you got a telescope and you see all this shit, but you never post it. You see it. There's 100,000 fucking astronomers that filmed on moon. The exact time I filmed this. The only people were four people who posted the UFOs that I seen. Okay, in America, four people said, "What is that beside the moon? It's a UFO beside the moon. It's a whatever. It's a they're the what is it? Secret space program is putting their stuff near the moon, which is what I'm thinking happened." And they had to sit there and because ETs, they ain't gonna do that. They might, but not likely. So if it's a fucking if it's a spacecraft from Earth sitting in geo orbit around the moon, they did it when Arcturus was closest, so they have a reason to break everybody's balls that posted it. And that's exactly what they did. And I followed it. I didn't put that in this video because I just wanted to put the main thing in the video, make a point. So you can use Stellarium, check it out, download it, learn it. You can post it on all the satellites. Well, the ones that ain't black, they're not on there. But you get all your CNN satellites and tracking system satellites and your more or less the big space junk that's all floating around. You can put it all in Stellarium and you can track it. But you ain't gonna get your black satellites, the satellites that shoot guns and everything. If you're not supposed to know about it, you're not going to see it on Stellarium. They just don't put it on there. So if you're expecting to see that, you ain't going to see it. That's it. If you can watch it 100 times if you want. Well, somebody did because I got 108 views. Anyway, just blows my mind, you know. Awesome stuff. Awesome. And I filmed it and I busted their ass. And you know how I broke? You know how I busted their ass? And you know why I got no comments on this video from astronomers busting my ass? And I posted this thing on BitChute. I got more views on BitChute, but I still got no comments from astronomers because I busted their ass. They got nothing. Nothing. You know how? I speeded up the footage. I got footage at night at 6:30 a.m. at night when the sun was just rising, just cracking the horizon. Now the sun's coming up on the horizon. The sun in the east is cracking the horizon, and the sun is beaming his light off the moon and the damn craft that's in geo orbit of the moon. So it's lit up from the sun that's rising. So the sun's rising. It's still dark where I am. Look, if you don't believe me, here you go. Where? So there. The sun's rising. The moon's getting hit from the east, and the object's getting hit. I busted them, man. I busted them. They got nothing. Do you see any other fucking stars around? Do you see any stars? It's at night and you don't fucking see no stars. It's at night. Where the fuck is Arcturus? It ain't even there. Like, there were other stars, but the sun's bleaching them out. But you should be able to see them. I'm not saying they're cloaked or some shit, but people are claiming, oh, that's Arcturus in the broad daylight, and that's where I busted them. I went back out 6 a.m. or not, an hour later at 7, 8. Well, I can't remember what time, but it was an hour later or more, hour and a half later, because I fell back asleep, came back out and checked, and it's still there. So I started filming it, and I filmed it for 45 minutes. 45 minutes. And it's still there, same position. I got it. And I sped it up. And you can watch the moon and it choreographed together going through the frame. And I had to move the frame of the camera. And the astronomers know this, so they don't say shit. You got nothing, guys. Like, I ain't hating on the astronomers. I think you guys, the shit you know is pretty cool. But don't break our balls because we come up with something awesome. And you gotta act like you're the CNN astronomical representative for CNN. Fuck, come on. And when you film something like this, you guys, astronomers, amateur astronomers, can't actually get official astronomers to do it, but post it. They'll ridicule us. Blah, 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 blah. Wow, come on. No, I won't be in the club anymore. And that's what you think. I know that's what you think. You must have been a hit in high school. Conform or die. Holy shit. Doing the UFOs and this stuff, it's a lot more fun than conforming with your friends. Wow, look at the moon. Wow. Look at Venus. Wow. Look at Pluto. Wow. There's Pluto. Come on. If you get an anomaly like this, film it. Post it. Jesus Christ. It's that hard to figure out. Anyway, guys. That's it. I got them. Right here. There's nothing they can do. Nothing they can do. As soon as I went 900 times speed with nighttime footage, The craft is in the same position. As soon as I went 900 times, like this, busted. They had nothing. And you can prove it on Stellarium. Detroit, Detroit or Windsor, Ontario. Post it in. Date that I wrote down in this video. And look for yourself. If you don't believe me. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Secret space program, people. You don't think the American Black Ops, or whatever the hell they're called, got spacecraft? There it is. There it is. The spacecraft's called Arcturus. Fuck. Look at it. This is right there. What do you want? That ain't even UFOs, and they're breaking people's balls over it. It's not even extraterrestrial. It's a secret spacecraft from the U.S. They got it out there. And here it is. I filmed it. For 3 hours. It was up there that I knew. I could have filmed it probably to lunchtime. But fuck. I got it. I don't gonna film it for another 3 hours for you. Look for it. Look for it. You'll see it. There it is. I see it. There it is. There it is. Those are cars going by. The bumblebees are cars that you hear. Because I sped it up 90 times normal speed in emboss. Emboss means it records what is reflecting light. There it is. It's there. Reflecting light. Okay. Now, Arcturus was to the right. Do you see any fucking others out there in there reflecting light? No. And besides, Arcturus would be moving away from the moon. Like everything does. This thing was picking up or unloading or doing something and had to be near the moon, and they knew that we would see it. All these amateur astronomers, they're not a problem. They just bend, you know. But there it is, guys. Stellarium.
Hey guys. Okay.
Shut up. Yeah, go on Stellarium. Go on Stellarium and see it for yourself. That's all you gotta do. Alright, later I gotta go before my mother screws everything up here. Alright, guys, talk to you later. Stop recording.